That, man. It's a different level of confidence when you see what you see and you like what you see, man. A lot of people can't look themselves in the mirror, let alone a camera. Yeah, that's why they only show you particular angles and certain angles, man. They don't want to show you the whole profile. Yeah, they better off showing you the side, man, because the main ain't worth it, homie. Yeah. So, what it do, man? You are now tuning into another episode. We're about to have an absolutely productive episode, regarding around whatever topic I so choose. And then, near the end, I'll allow the viewers to suggest topics, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's coming up in the building. We finna have some quiches coming up in the building, some supporters, some moderators, some goblins, some scraggots. Oh my gosh, I just got jumbled up in my words. We're gonna have a multitude of individuals coming up in there, man, because that's just the way that it go, man. I'm a likable individual. I'm a dislikable individual too, man, because I stand on what I stand on, And it's like a lot of people would get turned on to that, but a lot of people would get turned off to that. And some of those that try to say that they're turned off, they're actually turned on, but they just want to cope, As it is, we already have a Keisha right there that just tried to get a comment through, but it didn't even process. So you're going to have to try harder than that, buddy. But just understand that I do have moderators that will set the standard for anything that you say that I don't want to read. Yeah, anything that you say that I don't want to read, and I feel like that if I don't need, well, we're just going to get out of here. You see, the best part about having your platform is you get to select or deselect what you allow in your comment section. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it go. Hey, get that person up out of my chat for spelling hello improperly. That's not the way that we spell. What's good, Ava? You know what time it is, man. Sitting back, giving some good game. Second episode of the night. Finna do it on a very well swell with each and every single detail. It's not for sale like retail, homie. Yeah. We sit back and we put it down the way it's supposed to be picked up. And the right ones pick it up. And the wrong ones just sit around and watch because they ain't got nothing to do. Those who can't do always want to watch somebody else and talk about somebody else. Yeah, no. Those who can't do always want to watch somebody else and talk about somebody else because it's way easier to be a Monday night quarterback than to actually be on the field, homie. And I stand on business, So while I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, man, more and more each and every single day, I'm seeing people say one thing and do another. So that's the reason why I sit back and I say, homie, you got to speculate what you peep, because when you're able to speculate, you're able to understand, okay, given the scenario that this person shows me that is what they is, now I know how to remove myself. But you got to pay attention to what people do moreover than what they say, homie, because individuals that always want to have fun, man, that's all in the name of activity. If you remove that activity that is consistent whenever you're around this individual, you will find that you will no longer be around this person because guess what? They will no longer want to be around you. A lot of people that you think are really in your life, nah, homie, they're really there to take from you. They sit around and they only come around when y'all go somewhere. They only come around when you spend some money. But y'all don't pay attention to that. You see, y'all don't have quality conversations outside of sports, outside of celebrity gossip. It's nothing productive. It's never about building. Get that person out of my chat. They yelling. Nobody want to hear you yelling at 3 o'clock in the morning, buddy. So with that being said, out of my chat. Yeah, if you type too loud, if you put too many words in a sentence, I will get you up out of my chat. And you'll be able to come back from an alternative account, one of your burner accounts, your Hello Kitty fan page, or whatever the case may be. But we will continue to do what I do, and I will reiterate exactly what I stand on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that are in the crowd think that by talking loud that they get noticed. But, buddy, I've got a microphone. You're in the crowd. There is no microphone within the audience. So with that being said, be a good spectator, okay? So yeah, man, we do it the way it's supposed to be done, man. We run the game the way that we do it, and we walk it like we talking, man. And get that person up out of here for saying that I'm reminding them of another man. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge me for who I am, and don't tell me that I'm going in the mode of somebody else that doesn't even know you, never gave you $1, never gave you a holler, never gave you a follow, never gave you a like, never gave you a comment, never gave you a view. You should be a motivational speaker. Homie, I just speak the way I speak. Motivation is fleeting. I give you the good game. I equip you with the accessories to be able to implement and improve your life, homie. If the people you watch don't give you an energy boost by way of knowledge, what are you even doing? Because there's certain content creators that I'm getting to a certain level of work ethic that when I watch them, I literally get tired. Not because I'm sleepy, but because they provide no value. I'm wasting my time. And the more time that you waste, you can't get back. Yes, you have new opportunities each and every single day, which provide you with the possibilities to be better. But guess what? The more time that you waste, the less you have. That's just an inevitable fact about reality. And a lot of people don't want to operate in it because they just want to cope. You know what I'm saying? And get that person up out of here. I didn't ask if you agree. A lot of y'all be thinking that you're the main characters in the chat. If you agree, agree. Calm down. You don't need to scream from the audience. Hey, man, I just want to let you know I finally agree with one thing you said. I didn't ask. I disagree with you for agreeing with me. Yeah, I didn't ask for you to say. I didn't say, hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. No, I'm not Sloth, and this is not the Goonies, okay? Nah, man. So calm down, buddy. Okay? Let the ladies yell, if anything, in the comment section. You see how you do these Keishas? You get them up out of here, then they follow you. I mean, you can't make this up, homie. So that's the reason why I sit back and I say, this is the reality that we living in, man. To where you tell somebody, I'm not worried about you, but they still want to worry about me. I say, hey, man, I don't care about nothing you got going on. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to be friends. Thank you for being a friend. All of the above, okay? And they say, but I still want to watch you. I still want to listen to you. Please talk to me. Homie, talk to yourself. No, man. Too many of y'all want to talk to everybody on your friends list. Too many of y'all want to talk to all your followers. But you don't want to talk to yourself. Because you know that you're full of something. And you're exactly what that is. Because y'all sit back and guess what? Y'all don't even improve yourselves, man. Y'all ain't got nothing going on, and that's the reason why I'm getting you out. Like that Keisha right there. Get him up out of my chat. I can see by you. I can already see by your username what type of time you on. So with that being said, that time don't align with what they say it is. That time don't align with my time zone. So with that being said, out of my show, okay? You can show yourselves to the exit. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that it go, man. I sit back and I say to myself, man, a lot of people on this internet ain't got nothing to talk about. That's why they typing. That's why they comment. All they do is consume. Before they came across my show, unless they're real individuals looking for inspiration, they were just looking for entertainment to fulfill the emotions, the cravings that they have because they don't want to improve. So they watch other people live their lives because they want to vicariously live through them because they're too afraid to try that in their own. You know what I'm saying? Get that person up out of my chat. Yeah. You randomly wanted to get attention and mentions. Yeah, like that person right there. Out of my chat. Get both of them out. Take both of them and get them out. It's a package deal. That's what we're going to do, man. You know what I'm saying? To get that person out too. What about out of my show? Yeah. Calm down. It's a fee to ask questions. Near the end of my live, if you Keishas, just keep that in. Keep that liquid inside of you. At the end of my lives, I provide the audience the opportunity to be able to suggest topics. But too many of you Keishas is jumping out of your seats, doing jumping jacks, saying, hey, I got something to say. Hey, I got something to say. I didn't ask. I literally didn't ask. Literally nobody asked. I didn't ask. My moderators didn't ask. You asked, but nobody asked because you're a nobody. So that's the reason why I say what I say, man. So with that being said, we going to keep standing on business. Well, man, I want to talk. Well, guess what, man? Then you need to get a walkie-talkie. If you want to talk, well, guess what? Then go talk. But you ain't going to be talking to me because I dang sure ain't going to be talking to you. And that's just the way it is. Well, man, I don't like you. I didn't ask for you to like me. But you can keep on watching. You see, you would watch me, but there would never be a reality. Even if you asked Doctor Strange to sit back and think about all the multiverses and try to find a situation where I would watch you. There's not one. There's not even one. He wouldn't even be able to find one, homie, because there's nothing interesting. There's nothing that I can gain from listening to what you're saying. The only thing that you do is when you let out Keisha, you provide me another example. There are unlimited amount of Keisha activity that I can use to be able to teach my students the lessons so they can get the game to improve their situation and to make their circle smaller. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, they can't even spell properly. They're so caught up in their emotions, homie. They want to say something so bad and so fast to the point to where they can't even offend you correctly. Do you get what I'm saying? They could have had it all. But they're rolling in the deep, man. Yeah, they're rolling in the deep, man. All they know how to do is put things in their mouth, and all they know how to do is say things out of their mouth. Their mouth is steadily being used, you know what I'm saying? So that's the reason that it go. And get that person up out of my chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, okay? I don't know what you're typing. There's no context with that. So with that being said, I can't understand it. And I don't want to see anything on my screen that I don't understand because I am in a flow state. And things that get me feeling all over the place, no, I don't even want to read it. So if you're a real one, say something real next time. Don't say nothing that I can't understand. Get that out of my chat. So yeah, man, everybody continue to double tap the screen. And I would like to say, make sure each and every single one of you send me a message immediately right now on TikTok, because as soon as this episode's over, I'm sending everybody my Snapchat. That is the best way to talk to me, know when I'm going live next, and to stay up to date with the content, man. So make sure you all do that, okay? Do yourselves a favor and come join the community. Otherwise, you're just someone that claims to be a supporter, but show you are an enemy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people pretend to be supporters whole time. They're really praying on your demise, man. You see, there's people that pray for good things, but there's also people that pray for bad things, homie. Hurt people. Bad people do bad things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I sit back and I say, man, you really got to look at your friend group. Sometimes you got to look at your siblings. Sometimes you got to look at your parents. For real. You got to sit back and say, what are they doing versus what they're saying? Because if what they're doing is going against what they're saying, man, it might hurt. But guess what, homie? it's gonna hurt, but you're gonna heal. Time heals all wounds. Now, there's gonna be certain parts of you that are missing, but it's better to let certain parts of you to go than to allow that poison to spread to the rest of your body. That's why they do what they do whenever, certain people get certain things removed. It's because you don't want that poison to go throughout the whole body, because then it's going to taint everything. I'd rather get rid of one piece of me than the entirety. So that's just the way that it go, man. Some people are just like Judas. Yeah, for real. That's facts. But yeah, man, we sitting back. We giving good game, man. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to all the new people. Get that person out of here, because I don't know what you're talking about. Get that person out of here too. Shout out to the regulatory quiches that make a, overachieving type of effort to show up in my live. They don't wash dishes. They don't take care of themselves. They haven't clipped their toenails since last Christmas. They can't even get their mama a gift on Mother's Day. They sitting around saying that they don't want a woman to work a job. They don't even got a job. They don't even got no money. They can't cook anything outside of Top Ramen. They can't even properly follow the instructions to make stellar pizza rolls. All they do is get up, eat, use the toilet, and go back to bed and play with their chicken. That's all they do. That's the reason they ain't got nothing going on, man. These guys be walking up out of the house without brushing their tongue and have the nerve to try to talk down on somebody. Homie, you can't even be speaking, because when you speak, I don't understand nothing you're saying, because your breath got me distracted. It's got me in a state of mind to where, homie, I'm not even present. You done knock me in the next week with the way that breath smelling. With the air that I'm inhaling, I might fall asleep. So with that being said, y'all got to take care of yourself before you try to take care of something else, homie. You know what I'm saying? And get that Keisha up out of my chat. You will continue to live in my comment section, little boy. You could be doing anything else. You could be talking to a lady. You could be doing push-ups. You could be getting some sleep. You could be doing something productive. But instead, you want to sit in my comment section and write love letters to me, homie. And that's the reason why any lady that sits around you and she sees you in the comment section saying, I don't like you, but I'm going to watch everything you do and I'm going to try to talk to you. No girl is going to stay in your life. She does not get with a girl for you to become her girlfriend. She does not get with the guy for you to become a girlfriend. She does not get with a guy to become your substitute mother. If you're caught up in your feelings, if you're emotional and you want to be like this and you want to be like that, well, guess what? Those are things that you want to add into your life. But don't get mad at her when she removed herself from your life. Square business, man. There's a lot of guys that are well over the age of 18, but have the maturity levels of a boy. They're not men. Yeah, they're not men. If they would be better leaders, women would follow suit. But since we got so many boys out here, man, the ladies is taking care of business, and I ain't mad at them. They profiting off of y'all. And y'all be sitting around saying, man, ladies do this, ladies do that. Man, you can't be looking down on another person for something that you look up. Your internet browser history consists of the same things that you speak down on. You ain't subscribed to your partner that got something productive going on when it pertains to a business, but you subscribe to a lady on one of the OF, but you'll sit around and say, man, these ladies be selling this and doing that, but you're subscribed to it. You see, it's easy to sit around and talk down on somebody until the microscope get put on you. And then we realize, homie, you talking about the same problem that you a part of. I'm just giving you some game. Yeah, shout out to the Keishas, by the way. Make sure y'all share the live to your burner account, your group chat full of other guys that you send pictures to. I don't know what types of pictures, but that's what you guys do nowadays. So send it there. Y'all can all come in here and let out Keisha, and we can get y'all out. Appreciate it. That is a good tutorial. A lot of you Keishas get removed, and then you send the live to your burner account. Some of you might pretend to be fans afterwards, or you might come back and say, I'm back. Oh, look at me. I'm Plankton. Well, guess what happens to Plankton every episode on SpongeBob? Gets sent out. So you can keep coming in here, and you can keep my moderators busy. Most people need to brush their tongue. Yeah, they don't even floss. Every time they go to the dentist be like, have you been flossing? Man, the only time they've been flossing is when they standing in front of the mirror in the bathroom. Yeah, it's done fogged up because they done got out of the shower. They've been watching me. They ain't got no clothes on. They get so mad, they get to cheerleading and start flossing with their hands. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. Swinging everything like a chain, man. You can't make it up, homie. But yeah, they don't take care of the hygiene. They don't floss. They don't have no skincare routine. They don't know what lotion is. They be walking around looking like Han Solo whenever he got put in the carbonator. Homie, that's the reason why I sit back and I say, man, they ain't got nothing going on, man. Yeah. They ain't got nothing going on. But look, what else we got? Last Christmas is crazy. How you been? I've been great, staying productive, trying to be a better version of myself each and every single day. And it is so rewarding. It feels good to be able to earn entertainment rather than just be a consumer. Hey, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing great, Zach. Thank you for asking. So I'm catching up with all these comments. I'm pretty sure that there's many Keishas being removed from my chat. Shout out to my moderators. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. What else we got? How's your day? My day's great. I learned to learn from my flaws. That was some real game right there that you just put down on the ground. I like the way that you worded that. You learn to learn from your flaws. Too many times we want to talk about others before we've even come to terms with the insecurities that lie within ourselves. There's a lot of people that can't even take pictures smiling because they don't like what's going on in their mouth. There's a lot of people that can't show their whole face because they don't like what's going on with their face. There's a lot of people who have to do this, that, and the third because they have to overcompensate for the things that they lack thereof. Homie, anything about myself that I can control, I said, man, I don't like this, but what can I do? Okay, if we identify a problem, that's great. But what is the solution? The solution is going to provide you execution that's going to give you the retribution to be able to improve. You have to level up in real life. There's too many individuals that want to sit around and they want to level up on Fortnite. They want to level up on Call of Duty. They want to level up. They want to get all this money on Roblox and Obbies and many different various of other things. When they want to level up on Skyrim, Starfield, whatever the case may be. But in real life, very inadequate. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They can never ever go do anything that they would like to do because they don't have the means, because they're living beyond their means, because they go on the internet, they see somebody else living a lifestyle, and they think that they have to replicate that and imitate that. But guess what? You can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Those people only show you pictures, which means those are moments, which means they're not permanent. They are temporary. But you guys see temporary things, and you want to sit around and construct your life permanently based off of temporary moments that you saw, when it's all superficial and it can be taken away. Anything that can be taken away, you should not take for granted, homie. A lot of y'all sit back and say what you don't have. You better start being grateful for what you do, because it might go. You heard? How's your day? My day's great. Thank you for asking. I just went to Denver, Red Rocks Amphitheater. It was cool. Shout out to 40. 40 really be living life, standing on business, networking, having great experiences and opportunities. You see, I respect individuals like that. I'm not mad at people that leave my lives and show up later. We all got That's why I tell people sometimes you got to disconnect to reconnect. You better make sure you take care of you first before you worry about me. Because if you neglect you too much, you're going to do me bad. And once you do me bad, hey, I'm going to say goodbye. Yeah, you better take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to do me bad. And if you do me bad, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm like Chris Brown. It's never a right time to say goodbye. Yeah, I'm like Chris Brown in both ways. Because I beat yes, I do. Yeah, a lot of you guys, man, y'all want something else to get beat up. I'm not with that. I'm not Michael, you know who. Yeah, I like Peaches, like Bowser, okay? Yo, what it do? Stunner, what's good, my guy? People need to learn how to level up their lives, not their in-game characters. Exactly. What I consider myself Maxxkii. Yeah, get that person up out of my chat sitting around like Drake on the Marvin's room. I took her for... Get out of my chat, man. Don't nobody want to read that. Ooh, I fall apart. Yeah, I'm about to do a Post Malone cover for you, boy. Yeah, don't nobody want to hear no negative, sad, somber tones, man. I want to hear about real stuff, man. We having positive, productive situations. You coming up in my chat looking for empathy. Nah, homie. You coming up... not even empathy, sympathy. Yeah, nah, homie. We ain't finna sit around the campfire and... Nah, homie. It is what it is, man. If people leave you, guess what? Just make sure you don't leave yourself, homie. Yeah. If people don't want to have relationships with you, okay, so what? Y'all got to be able to accept rejection. Ooh, think about what I just said. You got to be able to accept rejection. It is what it is. Hey, Zach, type what you typed again. A whole comment didn't come through, homie. Type it again. And look, quick interruption. Make sure each and every single one of y'all send me a message right now on TikTok. As soon as this episode's over, I will be sending everybody my Snapchat. It's the best way to talk to me. Stay up to date with the content and know when I'm going live. But I will tell you, if you get added and I do an activity check and you don't swipe up, you will be removed. No one gets a free parking pass when it comes to that. I will remove you from the premises. I will call the tow truck. You know what I'm saying? I had a Keisha earlier. Man, I told you to do this cover and you really turned your back on me. Who's me? I don't even know who you are. You're a supporter. But I give you guys basic instructions, and if you don't follow, get out of my classroom. It's no love lost. It's just I don't even know you, homie. If you don't want to support me, then guess what? I'm going to get you out of here. That's just how it go. What do you think of Volk versus Taporia? Man, I think Volkanovski has a warrior spirit, and it comes with high risk and high reward. I respect him for standing for something and just staying active. And even though others might have these, analysis of him when it comes to his mindset and approaching fights and just taking, a lot of risk, a lot of people will say negative things about him, but he doesn't care. He doesn't let it negatively impact him. And even though it might equate to more losses on his records, he fights for something. He stands for something. And even if people want to say things about you, guess what? He's living his life. He's doing what he pleases. And guess what, man? A lot of people see losses as losses. I see losses as lessons. So Volkanovski, in his mind, he wins just by going out there. And I respect that, I try to answer all the activity checks. Now, moderators do not have to swipe up. I will say that. Moderators don't have to swipe up. You guys already do me a huge service day in and day out by literally keeping up with these quiches. Because you see there's a lot of quiches. Whenever you're speaking real, you're going to see a lot of negativity because most people are fake. So you guys do an absolutely amazing job. Now, I'm very good at pressing that button and getting people up out of here. But you guys really help me be able to stay in flow state because I don't have to worry about looking at the screen, you know? So I really appreciate you guys. You guys don't have to swipe up. But people that are working their way up to eventually be moderators and this, that, and the third, they have to show something. Hi. I try to just doing my job. Yep. And eventually I'm going to provide you guys with some very awesome opportunities. But the thing that I like about my moderators is they don't ask. If you don't ask, you shall receive. Because whenever you ask, it shows that you're doing this all in the name of receiving. I don't want nobody to show love for me because they worried about what they can get. I want someone to show love just because they want to show love, homie. Yeah. Nah, hold up real quick. Hey, D, let me know what you is. Is you a Kate or is you a Phil? Let me know what you is, because depending upon what you tell me, I'm gonna have to do something, because I'm not with that. Yeah, I'm not with that, okay? So you're gonna have to let me know if you a Kate or you a Phil immediately. Like, absolutely. You got 10 seconds to let me know. Are you a Kate or are you a Phil? I love this stream because it opens my eyes and my mind to different views and angles. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about, you know? Knowledge is the most powerful. Exactly. And it's like, if you don't like something someone's saying, change the channel. And you can always agree to disagree, you know? And that's where people get lost, because it's like they say they don't like it, but they keep watching. They're lying to themselves. They're trying to cope. You're saying something that has struck a nerve with them, and since you made them feel a certain type of way, they're mad at you. I get it. I have revealed what you know you need to change. Hey, get that person about here. They didn't answer my question, so I'm going to assume that's a Phil. You know what I'm saying? I don't need any guys telling me they love my appearance and what they like about my hair. Let the ladies do that, okay? If you guys like my message, cool, great. But please, I don't need no guys telling me that they like how I look and they want to touch me and they want to see my chest and they like my hair and they want to touchy my hair. No. I like ladies. I know a lot of you guys get mad because you can't get them, so you sit back and say, ladies this, ladies that. I like ladies. I like women. I like a woman that can cook. I like a woman that can really sit there and listen to what you got going on and try to add to what you got going on. I like ladies that pray for me. I like ladies that check up on me. I like ladies that are soft, easy going. You feel me? I don't need no guys trying to get the job for that role. That's not your role. Play your role, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, some of they swing that way, but I'm not a part of that jungle. It's 2023. I understand we got people that want to pretend they're this. I understand that we got people that want to swing the other way, but I'm not with that. What it do, Lexi? Yeah, I'm not with that, man. So I tell them all the time too, and it's like, I'm very transparent. I'm not with that. Ain't no, yeah, man, well, I don't care what you think. I didn't ask. I'm not with that, Frank Ocean. I know you've been thinking about me, but I'm not thinking about you. Yeah, and I'm like Chris Brown. I could do this with you, and I'm like Kid Leroy. I could do this without you, and I'm like Halsey. You gonna be without me if you keep it up. Ooh, I'm cold with it, boy. I'm cold with it, man. Hey, I'm trying to tell him I'm cold with it. I'm trying to tell him, man. That's the reason why I put it down the way I put it down. And that's how y'all supposed to pick it up, man. And I stand on business, man. yeah, and I stand on business. A lot of people, they don't, man. They'll say what they will do, but if you put them in the circumstances and the environment to really see if they stand on what they stand on, man, you're going to see them fall. And it's not about how you fall. It's about if you're going to get up. But they don't even get up. Because guess what? Their foundation was built off of nothing. Their foundation was built off of nothing, homie. They don't got no respect. They don't got no principles. They don't got no values. They don't got dreams. So when they see you dreaming, they get mad because these are individuals that are the definition of insomnia. They can't sleep. They live in their misery. They wallow in their own sorrow. They have limiting beliefs and excuses for why they're not here and there. Everything that we went through made us, homie. But we don't have to let what we went through permanently define us. No cap. You know what I'm saying? Get that Keisha up out of here. I didn't ask. Out. You thought you was the main character, but you're the same character as the many other Keishas that were removed. I always win because I haven't heard a single thing that you said. I might have read it, but I didn't hear you. Yeah, there ain't no audible in here. Yeah. This ain't Coach Corey Wayne. No. Your comment can't even get read out loud. So with that being said, you're going to be removed in silence. Your comment can't even be read out loud, so we'll just get you out in silence. It's like that Disturbed song, The Sound of Silence. Get that person up out of here for talking to my viewers without addressing me first. No, see, get that person out of here too for worrying about what music I like to listen to. That's the types of questions that I want the ladies to ask. What are you into? What do you like doing? Ooh, like, I want the ladies to ask me that. I don't need no guys coming in here trying to get to know me. You need to get to know yourself better. Because if you did, you wouldn't be worried about what somebody else like. If I ask, then that's different. But I didn't ask, buddy. You don't get to walk into my classroom tardy to the party saying, hey, who are your top 2 artists? Get that person up out of my chat. Because I'm talking. I'm not rapping. Wrap that person's access up to my live chat out immediately. Wrap it up and put it under the Christmas tree. And I don't even celebrate pagan holidays. Maki, why you so mean? I'm just me, man. Yeah, no, man. I'm not telling anybody that they have to stay in here. Everybody can go. I'd talk to myself. Yeah, when you look this good, you don't mind talking to yourself. Actually, man, whenever, I'm shaping up the goatee and the mustache, I be looking at myself like, oh, man, look at that boy. Yeah, man, ooh, you look good, man. Yeah, you better go to the gym. Yeah, you better work on what you need to work on. Yeah, you ain't done with work. That means there's work that needs to be done. Yeah, man, you speaking prolific. And then I've been learning Spanish lately. And get that person up out of my chat. We got another guy sitting around. Get that person up out of my chat too. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. Yeah. Get them up out of my chat. Immediately or repeatedly. Both of them. Thank you. But, man, I sit back and I say to myself, man, I look good, man. Yeah. No, man, I look good. And I earn that confidence. Because I put myself in scenarios where either I'm going to do it or I won't. And whenever you don't do things that you really knew you need to complete, other people will say, it's okay. You can do this tomorrow. But you know deep down within that you are defeated and depleted because you did not keep your word. Going back on your word is a feeling inside that you cannot distract yourself from. Other people will make you feel better, but feelings are temporary. You get what I'm saying? But when it's things that you have basically tricked yourself into not doing, those feelings will repeatedly come up temporarily. The affirmation that you get from people comes and goes, right? Because they'll like you based upon how their life is going. And if their life goes bad and they're not quality people, all of a sudden, the terms and conditions and the overall health of the relationship with you will now take a hit. It's because they never really valued you. They value what they received from you. A lot of people like my messages, but they don't like me. I get that, and I stand on business. It is what it is. I'm not here to be liked. Jesus did nothing wrong. Jesus spoke the truth. Jesus did what he did, and people were still mad at him. So if I'm arrogant enough to think that people aren't going to like me, I'm delusional, and I operate in reality. You get what I'm saying? And get that person up out of my chat immediately. We got guys sitting around here. Listen. Ladies, listen to this. We got guys sitting around. Ooh, girl, he's low-key throwing shade. Ooh, you better mute him, because he throwing shade, girl. I know you heard that. I'ma just sip my tea, though. Yeah, I'ma just sip on my tea. Ooh, because he throwing shade. Get that Keisha up out of here, man. Out of here, homie. Get out of the chat, man. I don't want to hear nobody sitting around with the tears. That has no type of place here, okay? Yeah. It ain't my fault people don't do what they supposed to do and they get removed. In order to block you, I would first have to know you. Okay, so with that being said, if you're a supporter, calm down, okay? If you walk up to me in the street and you say, can I take a picture? And I say no, it ain't nothing against you. It ain't that serious, buddy. I got to know you for things to be personal. Y'all get to know someone by way of social media and you take things personal on a public platform. Make it make sense. You see, people that I don't have knowledge of, I can't speak on, man. Get that person up out of my chat. What is you talking about? We got dudes in here. Yeah, man, you like Slim Jims? Are you serious? Ladies, I got a question. If your boyfriend, you were hanging out with them, and you decided to take a nap and you woke up and he was sitting on the couch, crisscross applesauce, with his hands in his Hanes underwear and his hand on his phone saying, you still with that guy? I want to know. If you saw your man with his hands in his pants, asking me if I still with another guy, are you staying or are you leaving? Tell me the truth. Are you staying with that man or are you leaving? Because here it is, we got a dude sitting around, and get that dude out of here too for telling me that I sound like another man immediately. Out. Jesus was the one who blessed our parents with the opportunity to bring us here. Yep. All praise to the Most High. When you live in proof, when you're doing what you've been anointed and appointed to do for God, homie, that's when the demons come out. That's why I'm not mad. These people aren't even, it's not even them. They're being used. They're just vessels. I'm packing my bags and leaving. Okay, we got one lady that says she leaving. There ain't no way you're sitting around. You know that you got some Chris Brown colored stains up in your drawers. And you're sitting around from your ear to the window to the walls and your sweat dripping down and you sitting around with your hand in your pants talking about something. Ooh, I just want to know if you still with that. Like, come on, homie, what you... No. What's my favorite story from the Bible? Man, I just open up the Bible, and wherever I open up is where I read. Yeah. I ain't got nothing particular, but what I will say is each and every single time that I open that Bible, I get some new game. You see, I learned a lot from the teachers that taught me. I learned a lot from the people that I was inspired by, but I never learned as much as I learned from opening that book. You see, what man says will eventually have no value. But what God says always does, homie. Get that person up out of my chat. Yeah. No, immediately. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't need any cheerleaders. This is not High School Musical 1, and you are not a wildcat. We can work this. No, we can't work this out. Smile in your face all the while they want to take your place, man. I mean, we got guys that get mad because they're going dating profiles, and they will post pictures that clearly show they're insecure, and they wonder why they don't get any matches. You're not even compatible with yourself. How do you think you'll be compatible with the lady? These dudes, their confidence is all rooted from their appearance. And when I say their appearance, not their actual looks, but what they've added. Whether it be clothes, whether it be hair. I don't need hair. Do you see how good I look? These dudes got to look to the side. They got to show you one side of their face. They got to edit their body. They got to flex so hard that literally something could drop out of their pants. These are the things that they have to do to heighten themselves because that they know that they're lower. Nowadays, we got guys that will literally purposely buy shoes that make them look taller because they feel too small. Instead of just be who they are, they want to look like someone they aren't. Instead of just be who they are, they want to look like someone who they aren't. I don't know get that guy up out of here, man. I don't know how you know so much about dudes. I'm talking about, we got to get that up out of here right now, my guy. Yeah. Nah, man, we got to get that up out of here. I don't need you to tell me about guys. I know about guys. I'm a man. I don't need you to sit around like you got a Pokédex. Yeah, well, according to Fresh and Fit, guys are a lot more visual than ladies. Who asked? Nobody, buddy. Go back to the back. Yeah, height adding shoes. I see people that buy height adding shoes. I guarantee you if there were some shoes that looked like maybe some Doc Martens or something, but they were able to raise your height like maybe a foot, these guys would wear it. Yeah, and then they would tell the ladies, you know, like how guys lie to ladies about their hot dog size just to impress them. And then whenever they get with the lady be like, where your pickle at? But anyways, I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, these dudes, if they bought those shoes, even though they're 5'5" by the grace of God, they would tell a lady that they're 6'3". And when they get to the bedroom and they got to take the shoes off and it looks like they went down a Mario pipe, homie, then all of a sudden they're looking like they had the blue shroom. Then all of a sudden it's like, what's going on? I thought you was 6'5". You 5'5", homie. No, I just meant that. Come on, man, keep it real. You ain't got to lie to kick it. If you got to lie to get it, homie, then I say what it say. If you got to lie to get it, then I say what it say, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, now's the time we're going to pass the mic over to the chat. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to suggest topics. Maybe you need advice on certain situations, whatever the case may be. If you got 2 minutes, if I don't see any comments within that duration, I will conclude the live. And make sure you all message me so you can stay up to date with the content and know when I'm going live next, because I'm going to send you my Snapchat. That's the best way to talk to me. Know when I'm going live next and to stay up to date with the content. Now, I will tell you, once I add you, I have daily activity checks. If you do not swipe up and I catch you viewing my story, I will remove you. I won't block you, but I will remove you. If you can't follow basic instruction, then I don't want you in my community. That's just the way it goes. And if you say, well, man, I got things to do. Well, guess what? If you can't make time for the same person that you receive game from, then I'm going to retrieve you from where you at. For self-improvement, you got to self-improve. You got to sit back and you got to stop surrounding yourself around individuals that want to remain dormant. You have to start setting goals and understand that whenever you're trying to normalize a new workload into your life, there's going to be a lot of madness going on in your brain where your brain's going to try to trick you into quitting, but you have to continue to do. You might have to have a little bit less sleep on certain nights and you're going to feel pain in ways that you never did. But guess what? When you learn to endure, that's how you will be able to attract the proper things into your life. Get that person about in my chat for talking about a video game. We're talking about real life and you come into my chat and you talk about video game, out of here. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to talk about that. What about motivation? Oh, get that person out of my chat that's saying, yeah, I don't want to see it. Yeah, no. What about motivation? Well, Whitney, what I believe about motivation, it is very fleeting, meaning it comes and it goes, and it's all depending upon how you feel. You could feel negatively bad, but if you get motivation, you'll feel positive, and now you will work. But let me tell you something. When motivation doesn't work, your feelings will not propel you to be able to be optimal. So I would say you have to have more discipline than motivation. Whenever you're able to accomplish something when you didn't feel like it, that level of endurance and that level of just confirmation that now you know it, now you know you can do it even when you don't feel like doing it, is something that is a lot more rewarding than motivation. Motivation comes and goes and is very, very short-lived. Discipline is long-lived. You want longevity. A lot of people want instant gratification and not delayed, and that's the reason why they are where they are. Staying close to the good Lord above. Yeah, no one's holier than thou. We all fall short of the grace of God. I do things each and every single day where it's like I have to literally be in a constant mode of repentance, because if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, none of us would have a second chance. So I'm not perfect. I'm not better than anyone else, but I'm just trying to be better than who I was yesterday. And as you increase your value, certain people aren't even worth conversations with you. And it's not a sense of just arrogance. It's more so discernment. Yep. What's good, Rianne? What's good, girl? But yeah, shout out to everybody in here, man. Anybody else got any topics to suggest? Now is the time to do so. Otherwise, I will conclude. And make sure you all message me right now. I mean, if you're going to forget, go message me right now on TikTok. As soon as it's over, I'm sending everybody my Snapchat. That's the best way to talk to me and know when I'm going live next. And to all you Keishas, we were all once Keisha. The Keisha resides within everybody else. But once you realize it, what are you going to do about it? I used to live an acceptance-based lifestyle too. A lot of you guys come in here and say you say the most negative things because you want attention. Because if you didn't like something, you wouldn't keep watching it. So the fact that you're still watching, it's just that I struck a nerve and you feel bad about yourself, which is good because now you will be able to improve. It's okay, Keisha. We understand. You just got to let it out. There's a lot of fluid you got backed up in your lungs and your throat, okay? You got to stop eating so much hot dogs and have an alternative salad. But look, man, you guys got about 30 more seconds to suggest whatever the case may be. Topics for advice. It could be about movies that might be out, shows. Guys, this is your opportunity for me to talk about what you want to talk about. Because when I'm giving game, I don't talk about irrelevant things that I don't think provide value. But now I'm giving you guys a mic. We can talk about it. You got 30 seconds. It can be anything. Just make sure it's respectful and be mindful of what you say. Otherwise, my moderators will do what they do. Inevitably, it will always happen. So yeah, shout out to everybody, man. It would seem as though as the time is counting down that we don't have any more suggestions. Get that Keisha up out of my chat immediately. We're getting ready to conclude this live. So I just want to say thank you all for your engagement. Thank you all for your interactions. Okay, love. Here we go. Good stuff. You guys caught me in good time. Love. Until you love yourself, you will be incapable of loving someone else. You will overcompensate because you're insecure and you will constantly chase someone else. And the reason that you're chasing is because you're trying to run into them so you can continue to run away from yourself to be able to embrace the chinks in your armor that you need to improve. And everybody that you get in a relationship with, when you don't love yourself, eventually it will drive them out of your life. And that's just a level of maturity, realizing that sometimes relationships don't end because of that person and because they did this and because they did that. Maybe it's because of what you did. So you need to become more secure. That way you have longevity. Get that key ship out of my chat immediately. Say, do you watch the FNAF movie? Is it worth the watch? Okay, so here's my thing. It was a lot more of a thriller. I rated a 7 out of a 10. It was meant for a younger audience. Me growing up watching Game Theory and listening to people like Markiplier and stuff, it was awesome. I feel like they did a lot of fan service. I wish it would have been scarier and a lot more jump scares, but the plot was cool. The characters were cool. It was awesome to see Josh Hutcherson back on the big screen ever since he was on Hunger Games. So I thought it was cool. It wasn't great, but it was cool. Hey, how you been? I've been great. What's your favorite movie that taught you a lesson? Favorite movie? I can't think of a favorite movie right now. That's a great question. But Training Day is a very good movie with Denzel Washington. I will say that. And they cloned Tyrone. That's a good one too. Passion of the Christ 2 coming out February. Thoughts? I don't know what that is. I'd actually have to check that out, Tyler. But I do know about a show called Chosen. And if you're a follower of Christ, I definitely recommend you guys all go watch that by Angel Studios. Absolutely awesome. A lot of biblical shows and movies are relatively boring because they don't have a good cast. They don't have good production crew. But Chosen is absolutely phenomenal. They have 4K quality. The actor that plays Jesus is just phenomenal. So I definitely recommend all followers of Christ check that out. Praise be to the Most High. What service is chosen on? So it's on Angel Studios, the first Netflix. The first season is on Netflix. What is my favorite Disney movie? Probably Toy Story 1 or Finding Nemo. The first time that I ever went to a Disney event on ice was Finding Nemo, you know? And I think Finding Nemo has a huge lesson in it. Pixar movies always have lessons in them. You just really got to watch. I'll have to check it out for sure. I missed you. All you drop is knowledge. That's what's up. Welcome back. You should watch Gabriel. It's about the archangels. Word. You know another show that I'm completing? Lucifer. During 2020, right before what happened and the whole world shut down, I used to watch that show every morning. I used to go make eggs and a pot of coffee and watch Lucifer. I thought it was an interesting show. It kind of shows you just how the devil is able to entice people in desirable ways by the way of flesh. I need to finish that show. I heard it gets even better. And the actor that plays Lucifer is just phenomenal. What about being in the hood? We can't necessarily control if we are raised in poverty-stricken areas. We happen to live in environments that our parents put us in. Just understand that the goal is to get out of the hood. When you try to live a lifestyle to impress the people in the hood, the same people that you surround yourself with will eventually consume you. So what I will tell you right now is the goal is to get out and to never go back. Those people will act like they've been around. Just because someone's been around doesn't mean they've been there for you. Your shadow is there with you each and every single day, but guess where? It doesn't follow you into darkness. Think about what I just said. Man, it's crazy that I got Keishas that get to the point that literally put my username into their username. I appreciate you fans. I appreciate you Keisha supporters. You should really be fans of yourself, but thank you. Lucifer. The fact that you just said Lucifer and then HE double hockey stick no is disrespectful, so I got to get you up out of here. You have to learn everyone's story to learn how to discern where to go. Exactly. And you got to pray for gifts for the Holy Spirit. But it's by obedience and showing yourself self-approved is what will provide you those increases in your mindfulness and how you're able to you're basically able to see things before they even happen. So you don't associate yourself with individuals when you can literally see the conclusion. You can literally see the summary. It's like, why would I even read the book when I read the summary? I know how it starts and I know how it ends. I needed this convo for real. Well, I'm glad that it was timing for you, Sarah. Yo, what's up? I love the chosen. Exactly. All right, so I'll give you guys about 20 more seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. Make sure each and every single one of you send me a message right now, because as soon as this episode's over, I'm sending everybody my Snapchat. It's the best way to talk to me, know when I'm going live, and to stay up to date with the content. And I will remind you, if I add you and you do not swipe up, if I catch you viewing, if you don't view, that means you're busy. You're not using the app. But if you view my story, you don't swipe up on the activity check, you will be removed. And if you never view my story, but I see you posting, then I'm getting you out. That's just the way it go. Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. So, you know how God talks about how you talk about your brother, but you don't even realize the speck in your own eye? I don't like getting onto somebody for something that I'm doing. Even if it's similar, it might not be the same thing, but if I'm doing bad, I can't tell you how good I am. So I try not to criticize people when I'm guilty of the same things. Because one thing that God doesn't like is a hypocrite. You get what I'm saying? It'd be the same people sitting there saying, it's like, for instance, right? Like nowadays we got ladies that put themselves on the internet and they do what they do. Get that person out of my chat. We got ladies that sit around and they do what they do, right? That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. If they have to deal with the consequences of doing that, great. They understand it, great. But we'll have guys that look them up. They might not subscribe to them, but they look for leaks of their content so they can watch it and play with their chicken. And if you look at their history, it's literally full of the vegetable that's yellow. But they will sit back and say, ladies are doing this and ladies are doing that. You can't say ladies are doing this and ladies are doing that if you're watching it too. That's a hypocrite. And there's a lot of in the dark hypocrites that sit around and talk bad about things, but they're up to no good behind closed doors. So that's the reason why I say, man, I don't listen to what you say. I pay attention to what you do. How to deal with self-doubt? Deal with it. Understand that sometimes that's just your brain trying to get you back to a sense of comfortability. Whenever you're trying to grow past what your brain has experienced, it wants to get back to a level of comfortability. So sometimes you have to will yourself past how you feel. Because once you normalize yourself to that new level of intensity, you'll get acclimated to it. But anything that is unknown until it's known is very, very overwhelming. You've got what it takes, but you have to take initiative. How do you know when to let your family go out of your life? First of all, whenever you're well over the age of 18, because if you're not, you have no choice but to deal with them. But when you're over the age of 18, when you know that they don't have your best interest, when they no longer reach out to you, if you don't talk to them unless you call them, that's a one-sided relationship. If they always want to talk down on you, if they want to try to live through you, these are things that you have to pay attention to, because all parents aren't even real parents, homie. So I'm just giving you some game. Sometimes you got to cut friends off. Sometimes you got to cut family members off. That's just how it goes, homie. Thank you. No problem. How do you know when? I already answered that. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude the episode. Parents only rent out souls. Exactly. And they sit back and act like their kids owe them something. Those kids didn't ask to be brought in the world. You brought them. So you should always take care of them. It should not be, well, my kids should call me if they want to talk. That's ignorant and that's selfish. So with that being said, man, I'm getting ready to wrap up the episode. Make sure you all message me right now. You guys did absolutely phenomenal. Outside of the antics, I just want to wish you guys the best. Take advantage of time. Don't let time take advantage of you. And we're going to keep on growing. We will reach 10K soon. Shout out to all the Keishas. I know you're mad at yourself. That's the reason why you're mad at me. So with that being said, man, we're going to keep on winning, and they're going to keep on pretending. Peace to the men and the women.